Today, let us go through the last lesson of Book 2, that is Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Steve Jobs. You know, Steve Jobs is an American businessman, designer, and inventor. He is best known as the co-founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Apple Inc. He is one of the greatest visionaries of our times. He is one of the revolutionaries who has changed the way people experience technology today. The change that we find in technology is actually the hard work and the result of Steve Jobs. Actually, stay hungry means we should not feel ourselves contented with what we have achieved in our lives. But we should always feel hungry to do more and more in our life. Similarly, stay foolish means we should never think that we have learned everything in our life. And when we think that we have learned everything in our life, we will be called the fools and we are foolish. Actually, this is a speech delivered by Steve Jobs to the students of Stanford University at their commencement. The article is Steve Jobs' commencement address at Stanford University in 2005, and this speech was delivered by Steve Jobs in 2005 to the students of Stanford University at their commencement program. It is one of the most quoted speeches, and it has been described life-changing and career transforming. If we go deeply and understand the speech of Steve Jobs, we will find a great change in our own lives. So this speech has been called a career transforming and life-changing speech of Steve Jobs. In the course of speech, he narrates 3 stories to give an account of or to describe his own life. The first story is about his birth, upbringing, and education. Now, let us go through the text. I am honored, I am respected, or I am beholden to be with you today at your commencement from one of the finest universities in the world. Stanford University of America is known as one of his Harvard University in 2005. So he expressed his thankfulness and gratefulness to the students who had invited him as the guest of their commencement program. I am really honored to be with you today at your commencement from one of the most finest universities in the world. I never graduated from college. He spoke the truth to the students of Stanford University. What truth did he speak to the students of Stanford University? The truth he spoke to them was that he was not a graduate. He was never graduated, but he was invited to address to the students of Stanford Universities at their commencement, who were all graduates. I never graduated from college. Truth be told, truth be told. He had the courage to speak the truth to the students there. And he spoke the truth. Truth is told. Truth be told. Truth is told. And what was the truth? The truth was he was not a graduate, but he had been invited to address the graduate students. This is the closest I have related stories ever gotten to a college graduation. In fact, he was given admission in a college for his degree, but he could not complete his degree. This is the closest I have related stories ever gotten to a college graduation. Today, I want to tell you 3 stories. Actually, he did not want to deliver a big speech before the students of Stanford University. He told, I will speak 3 stories related to my life. Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's all. No big deal. Just 3 stories. And what is his first story about? His first story is about connecting the dots. What do you mean by connecting the dots? Connecting the dots means it can be used as a metaphor to illustrate an ability or inability to associate one's idea with another to find the big picture or shiny picture in a mass of data. See, what I am today is related to my past actions. I cannot tell others what I will be or where I will be after 5 years. I can connect the dots of my life looking backwards, but I cannot connect the dots looking forward. See, what I did in my past has brought me to this position of my life or to this point of my life. And my present action will take to some point in future, but I can't say to which point my life will be taken. So I cannot connect the dots of my life looking forward, but I can connect the dots of my life looking backward. I dropped out. Now he continues while he discontinued his degree course. I dropped out of Reed College after the past 6 months. He was given admission in Reed College. Reed College is also known as the best college of America. After taking his admission in Reed College for his degree course, he could hardly continue for 6 months. After 6 months, he was not interested in degree course. He was not interested in that subject. So what did he do? He discontinued his studies. I dropped out of Reed College after the past 6 months. So he continued his college studies only the past 6 months. After that, he discontinued his college studies. I dropped out of Reed College after the past 6 months, then stayed around as a drop-in. Drop-in means visitor for another 18 months. After discontinuing his college studies, he did not leave the college campus. He remained in the college campus the remaining 18 months. But he stayed around the campus of Reed College as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before he really quitted, before he really left the campus of the Reed College. Now the question arises, why did he drop out his college studies? He says he dropped out his college studies was related to his birth. How was it related to his birth? Now listen. It started before I was born. It started before I was born. Why was he given admission in a college was connected to his birth? It started before I was born. My biological mother. What do you mean by biological mother? The mother who has given birth to me is known as my biological mother. Similarly, the mother who has given birth to you is known as your biological mother. And we say Goddess Saraswati is our divine mother. Goddess Durga is our divine mother. Goddess Parvati is our divine mother. I think you have understood the difference between the divine mother and the biological mother. My biological mother was young, college graduate student. Why did he say so? He said so because when Steve Jobs came to the womb of his mother was not married. His mother was a young, unwed college graduate student. And she decided to give birth to her child. As you know, our society does not permit a girl to give birth provided she is unmarried. She was unmarried when Steve Jobs came to the home of his mother, but his biological mother decided to give birth to her child. But at the same time, she made up her mind that she would not keep the child after giving birth to it. She decided to put the child up for adoption. And you know, put up is propose someone for adoption. And what does adoption adopt mean? To accept a child legally. Clear? And she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates. Before the birth of Steve Jobs, her biological mother thought that after the birth of her child, whoever would adopt her child must be graduates. That was what she made up in her mind. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates. So everything was said. Everything was all said before the birth of Steve Jobs. So everything was all said for the child to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. As she had put up that she would give her child after birth for adoption. Some couples had approached her and she had chosen a lawyer and his wife for the adoption of her child after birth. So everything was set before the birth of Steve Jobs. So everything was all set for Steve Jobs to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. Except that when I popped out, here popped out means to birth. When Steve Jobs took birth, they decided, here they refers to the lawyer and his wife, decided at the last minute that they really wanted a girl. What did they inform? When Steve Jobs took birth, when Steve Jobs took birth, the lawyer and his wife informed to the biological mother of Steve Jobs that they really wanted to adopt a girl child. So they denied to adopt the male child. They denied to adopt Steve Jobs. So my parents, here my parents means the foster parents of Steve Jobs. The parents who took care, though they did not give birth, but they nurtured and brought him off by not biological parents, but the foster parents of Steve Jobs. So my parents, who were on a waiting list, received a call in the middle of the night after refusing by the lawyer and his wife, the male child. The foster parents of Steve Jobs got a call in the middle of the night asking whether they wanted to adopt a male child. She informed the biological mother of Steve Jobs, ran to the foster parents of Steve Jobs and asked by saying, "We have an unexpected baby boy. Do you want to adopt him? Do you want him?" And my foster parents gladly informed to my biological mother that they were ready to adopt me. They said, "Of course." But later, the biological mother of Steve Jobs found out or discovered that the foster parents of her son were not graduates. See, before the birth of her son, she had made up her mind that whoever would adopt her child must be graduates. But later, she came to know that the foster parents of her son were not graduates. My biological mother later found out that my mother had never graduated from college, and that my father had not graduated from school. They were only educated people. They were not degree holders. They were not graduates. Of course, in a caricature way, it is written here. My mother was not graduated from a college. Actually, graduation is done in a college. But my father was not graduated from high school. High schools never give graduate certificates to any student. See how in a caricature way it is described here. My mother had never graduated from college, and that my father had never graduated from high school. In fact, they were not graduates, they were not highly educated people. So she refused. Here she refers to the mother of Steve Jobs refused to sign on the final adoption paper. She had given her son for adoption to the foster parents of Steve Jobs. But later, when she came to know that the foster parents or the couple was not highly educated, she denied to put her signature on the final adoption papers. She only relented means agreed after refusing to agree. Finally, after refusing, relented. A few months later, when my parents, the foster parents of Steve Jobs, promised that Steve Jobs would someday go to college. When the foster parents of Steve Jobs assured the biological mother of Steve Jobs that one day they would send her son to a college to obtain degree, then only she agreed and put her signature on the final adoption papers. So his degree is related to his birth. Why was he given admission? He was given admission in a college because his foster parents had promised to the biological mother of Steve Jobs that one day they would send her son to a college to obtain degree. That was the reason why he was given admission in a college, but you are not interested in college studies. So, his taking admission in a college is related to Bart. As he was not interested in college studies, what did he do? He discontinued his college studies after 6 months of taking his admission. Of course, he remained the another 18 months there around the campus before he really quitted the campus of the college. In our next video, I will explain to you the remaining part of the Unit 1 of the lesson Stay Hungry and Stay Foolish.